so let's go back up to the top here. We've already gone over these functions here, the pattern selections. So here we'll get into the inventory. The inventory is a great feature of the ComputerCut program. You will need to put your password in here. So we'll go ahead and put it in. And it will log you into the inventory section. Now in here you can assign your installers codes, you can put in roll numbers, and you can also run reports on what's been cut, who cut it, what time, and what rolls were used. You can also require a work order when they go to cut the vehicle, or a VIN number when they go to cut the vehicle. So let's go ahead and we'll input a new code here. And we'll just make it a small number. And we'll go back to the inventory. And let's put in a roll in here. We'll just put, let's see, let's just say NR30. And we'll put in, let's say it's a full roll. We'll put in a low warning, and we'll put in the width, let's say 40 inches. And the cost per foot, let's say it's $2 a square foot. And then click update, and then we'll go back. And this is where we can run the reports, but let's just say we want to require the installer to put a VIN number in so we can track the car. So we'll put that in there. And now we'll go back to the ComputerCut program, and we will select a car. I'm not going to go through here. We'll just select this one here. And let's just say we cut this window here. And when we cut, it's going to ask, normally there would be a drop-down list, so the installer would have to select the roll number. He would have to put his installer code in there. And it's not requiring a work order, but it's requiring a VIN. So we'll put a VIN in there and we'll hit cut. So this piece was just cut. And we will go back to the inventory feature. And we'll go back here and let's just do a report. And as you can see, here brings up a report, the date, the car that was cut, it was cut by Bob, the roll number, and the VIN, and the square foot that was used, and then based upon that square foot, it gives you a cost. So as you go through the week, you can go in and you can keep track of the car that was cut, the installer who cut it, the roll, and the VIN number of the car, and the cost. And if we go back, you can see you can run it by utilization. We'll run that, see how it comes out. And then by roll. And of course, it would just show that one roll. So if we had a number of different ones in there, it would show up. It would list all of them. So that's the inventory feature. Now let's go into the invoice. It gives you the invoice management where you can check on invoices for your autos that you've tinted, or work orders that you've created in the window planner, and this is for car dealerships, for new car dealer addendums. It wouldn't apply to most of our dealers, but if you're a car dealer, you can put addendums in here. So let me show you how this would work, okay? We'll go down to the ComputerCut program and we'll select the two front windows here. Let's say you just tinted this car and you wanted to create an invoice for the customer. So you click on the invoicing feature, and what it does, it takes you into the invoice section. And in here, this is where your logo would show up. You can put in an invoice number, the person that you billed it to, the car that you cut would be automatically put in here. And also if you would put in a roll number, it would show up under here, and you would just put your quantity, the price and the amount, and the total at the bottom down here, and you can save it. We'll just we'll go ahead and just fill this out, and we'll just go ahead and save it. And if we go back in, you'll see the invoice right here. So you have a running list of all the invoices that you've had, and that would be for your automobile customers. Now, if you've run any work orders from the window planner, the work orders would show up in here. So for instance, we'll just grab this one here, the demo, and the information on the work order would show up in here. So if you weren't part of the training on the window planner, which is right here, this is where you use the window planner for doing your flat glass work. You can save work orders. So you would fill this thing out and save it, and it would show up in here, and this is where the work order is saved, and that's where it shows up in the invoicing section of the member site of ComputerCut. So this was the demo version here. So that's the inventory feature of the ComputerCut member site. It's a great feature to help you to keep track of what cars you've cut, who cut them, when they cut them, how much they used, and finally, let's go back into the support section. This is where we provide all the support materials. It gives you the information on our toll-free number, where to call, a link to support. So if you got any questions, you can just click on support and send your question to our support people on the ComputerCut site. This is where we run the TeamViewer Quick Support, where we are able to go on your computer and help you out with any problems that you might have. Here is our video support, and this is where we have the list of our training videos on the ComputerCut program. So if you have any questions, you can click on any of these links and it'll take you to the training on the program. And this is more video training on our optimized for 20-inch rolls, the new features on version 9, and then we get down into the training on the Jaguar plotters. This one right here is very important if you have a Jaguar 5 plotter, on how to set it up. And then these are some webinars that we've done. And this is where we list the drivers and for different types of plotters. And this is where we have videos on the drivers and plugins, and more videos and information under others. And then our general documentation, this right here is our glass art portfolio, where you can click and it will pull up a brochure on glass art, which is very useful when you're out with a customer and you want to try and sell them from frosted film for the jobs. And then down here we have the different drivers for the different types of plotters, how to install them on the Jaguar plotter, and links to Vinyl Express and Roland and Graphtec. So browse through this page, and if you have any questions, give us a call on our toll-free number, 800-348-3193.